Hey folks, and welcome back to another P3D video. Today, as you can see, we're in the FSLabs A320 at Geneva, which is a new one which hasn't been featured on the channel before. And we're heading over to another airport which hasn't been featured on the channel before, which is Brussels. As you can see, it's winter season, still January at the moment, so we have got the winter season on. So it is all snowy still. I've got nothing done at the moment. I've got to get the whole cockpit and everything set up, so I've got Captain on board. Let's go ahead and do everything. So batteries wanted to come on, extend up power on, cruise supply, ground control, and we can do a CDR test for that tone. Perfect. Captain Parser will pop the DRSs to nav. Strobe go on auto in case we forget to turn it on. Nav light on. Emergency exit lights and pats can go on. And then we'll go ahead and turn the constraints and our VORs on. Moving down, we'll go ahead and turn on our MCDUs. Perfect. And we'll brighten up our DCDUs. I think that's what they're called. I'm not entirely sure. Perfect. We'll go ahead and pop our weather radar on, even though it doesn't work, and we'll turn our transponder on at the moment. We'll go ahead and quickly do a quick fire test, which won't work yet. Give it a minute. Okay, let's try it now. There we go. And our cargo smoke. Perfect. Right, so we'll go into the FMGC. We'll go init page, and we'll pop in our flight number, and we'll go ahead and pop in easy 1537. Is that our flight number today? Yeah, easy 1537. And that should be in there, which it is. So parts are alternate, which is fine. We'll go to the Asus menu now. We'll go AOC, we'll go boarding, and having a look at our flight plan for today. So Geneva to Brussels, A320. That is not our call sign. Sorry, that's not our reg, but whatever. Zero fuel weight today is going to be 60.2 tons. Flight time today is going to be 56 minutes with a total fuel of 5877 kg. So 60.2 tons, I think I said. Is that correct? 60.2? Yeah, 60.2. So we'll now go and do board now. And we'll request that. Hopefully that will get the passengers and everything on board. We'll go to the init page. Estimated time en route is not that, it's 56 minutes, not 1 hour, 1 minute. We'll pop that in here. We'll go init data request. Perfect, so the initialization has been received. And our operational data is going to be block fuel 5877, which, sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. Animals can be pests sometimes. 200 on the taxi fuel, and trip fuel is going to be 2441. 2441. Smashing. We'll pop the departure time in of, we'll just say 12 o'clock, just because, why not? 60.2 on the zero fuel weight again, and then we'll send that off. So we should have a block fuel of 5.9. That's cool. Okay, right, so we've done that. We'll go to our init page now, which we're already on, and we'll pop in our init B page stuff. So load sheet will accept the zero fuel weight is 60.2 with a zero fuel weight center of gravity of 32.4, and our block fuel again is 5.9. so that's going to do that. That's just our takeoff performance stuff. Fueling, we can now go ahead and send that away. I don't know why it has those loaders. That's not correct. That's not what it should use, but okay. They are going to take absolutely ages to do, I think. Oh, wait, that's already coming. Maybe not. Who knows? Anyway, right, let's carry on. So, we'll send that off. I don't remember if I've done it or not. Sent. We'll go to our flight plan page now, and we'll clear that. So, departure from Geneva today is going to be the Sierra 7 November off of runway 04, with an expected arrival onto the ILS for 25 left in Brussels on the V5 Alpha arrival. So we'll have a look at the Yankee and Zulu arrival. ILS. Yeah, we'll do the ILS Yankee with the for 25 left with the flow transition. And that should work out nicely. It's the V5 Alpha arrival with the approaching via flow. And if we walk through that, let me zoom out one. Yeah, so it's a kind of left turn after departure, so we're going to be crossing over the mountains, so we're going to have to climb quite quickly out here. We're going to need to have the terrain radar on as well. There's Batty, flow. Yep, and then there's that left turn on to final, so that ILS will work out beautifully, hopefully. So we'll insert that, we'll go arc. So that's done. Let me grab up the performance stuff. So estimated zero fuel weight is going to be 60.4. Takeoff weight is going to be estimated at 66. Well, 67 actually if you add a ton. And estimated takeoff center of gravity is going to be 29. Or sorry, 28.7. Right, so let's go to the performance request. I don't think the runway at Geneva is 04. I think it's one of these airports that have got the weird, yeah, it's 5. It's, you know, it doesn't work. It's runway 05, intersections, yes. Anti-ice. Weather-wise, I've not actually had a look at the weather. So yeah, I've not got Rex on, I've got this freeware engine because the Rex beta is just, they give me crash to desktop, which we don't want. And while I remember actually, speaking of crash to desktop, we'll open up don't want to see my files. I need to open up KSim Saver, which is a freeware sim saver, which means if I crash or I get crashed desktop, it will save my flight for me. And they got, so it's saving, so it should save every 15 minutes from now, hopefully. Right, so yeah, once again, weather at Geneva, got a bit sidetracked there. So variable 2 knots, so easy, 7 degrees, 6 degrees of the dew point, and 1024 on the QNH. So we'll set variable 2 knots, so 04, so it's actually, the runway 04 is actually really close, so 04 at 044 at, what did I say it was again? 2 knots, I can never remember. Yeah, 2 knots. I wonder if you can see the passengers loading in through the jetway. No you can't, probably because it says it's done when it's not, but I know you do see passengers visually through this jetway, which is quite cool. So 044 at 2 knots, 1024 on the QNH, and the temperature is 7 degrees Celsius. Estimated takeoff weight is going to be 67 again, because we had a turn onto that 66, and Mac takeoff weight is meant to be, well, it's meant to be 28.7, but I don't think that's correct. Yeah, it's not correct. Let's not use that. Okay, let's go with that. Let's send that off. So it's queued. So setting that away. I've got a feeling it might not. Yep, runway not known. Gosh darn. Right, do you know what? Let's use Lab Pro, so I'll drag this across. A3, we're an A320 CFM engines, metric. We're Geneva, METAR. Temperature outside is 7 degrees. QNH is 1024. Wind is 044 at 2. The flap 2 departure, pack's on, engine anti-ice will be off. Runway is dry. Takeoff weights, so let's go back into takeoff weight's going to be actually no, let's be precise. 65880. Mac takeoff weight again was 31.3, I think it was saying. Yeah, 31.3. Our runway for departure, I got 05 or 04, whatever you want to call it. Smashing. Right, I'm going to go ahead and start the APU just now. 1, 2, 3. And I'm also going to pop the fuel pumps and seatbelt signs on. Because that is us nearly ready, basically. So our V1 is going to be 152. It's actually all 152, all the speeds. So V1, VR, and V2. Interesting. 59 degrees is the flex temperature. And a flap 2 departure, and we won't put the stabilizer trim in there. That's fine. So let's clear that. We'll clear the GPS primary. And we'll also have a look at the departure for this flight. Yeah, we're going to fly directly over mountains, so saying here, Transalt's going to be 7,000, which is cool. We're not to climb above. Well, our initial climb clearance is 9,000 feet, so we'll pop that in. That's what I was looking for. I couldn't see it there. 9,000 feet, we'll set 1024 on the QNH, and we'll do it on that side as well. And we'll set it on our standby ADI as well. Well, surprisingly, that's done that actually fairly quickly. Right, cool, so that's all done. APU is on, so we'll pop the bleed on. Exterior power can come off. And we'll go ahead and disconnect everything. Beacon light can come on. We'll turn the ground control off, and then we'll do the before start checklist. So cockpit prep is completed on both bar, set to 1024. 8 cars has been initialized, parking brakes on. Fuel on board today, we've got 5,860 kilograms. NB page has been loaded. Flex temperature today is going to be 59 degrees Celsius, and our speeds are going to be 152, 152, and 152. Start clearance, so let's operate the jetway, and let's undock the jetway, and we'll prepare for pushback and departure, which won't actually start until we've until I've actually that jetway's done moving. Let's go and close that front left door as well. we don't want the icing treatment. Okay, so start clearance signs are on an auto. Beacon light is on. ATC is on auto transponder. There we go, so squat mode Charlie. Nose view steering disc is on as required. Windows and doors. Windows. And the doors are closed. And the flight deck door is now locked. Perfect. So I'm ready for pushback 2. We'll pop terrain on these since there's high terrain around Geneva. And that is us good to go now. Right, so we'll go with a nose right. Parking brake released, engine mode selected, can go to ignition start, and we'll start engine to start the clock. Cool. Right, so that's us now pushing back. Brilliant. Because these are the CFM engines, these will start really quickly. So we also have trueSKY on. There's our lovely waffle clouds. I mean, these ones here look really nice actually, you know, but once we get up above them, they're not going to look too nice. Right, so the engine's avail. We'll start. Engine number 1, so engine number 1 master switch can go on. Parking brake set. We've got a good engine start. You can now leave us alone. Thank you very much. Because I really can't be bothered with them just sitting there and taking their time like GSX always does. Because GSX always does that. Right. We've got a company message which we'll open up just to get rid of that because I don't want it bothering me. There's our final load sheet. We'll accept that. What is our actual cruises flight level 340 today? That's fine.
Pull a mast towards you to start the oxygen.
Now, I believe EasyJet turn their APU bleed off, however they leave their APU running in case they have an emergency, so we'll actually do the EasyJet ops today for this departure. So let's go ahead, we'll turn the APU bleed off, but we'll leave the master switch on. We'll leave our lights off just now, just so we don't blind the ground crew. Set flaps to engine mode selector can go norm. We'll arm the ground spoilers. Set auto brake to max, and then we'll do some flight control checks. So full back, full forward, full left, full right, and then we'll try the rudder, not the nose wheel. Perfect. So let's get going now. Runway turn-offs can come on. Nose light can go to taxi, and just to double check where I'm taxiing actually. So yeah, let me do this. So parking brake off. So we're going to follow this around the inner taxiway to link 1 where we'll turn left onto Golf. And then all the way down to the Golf holding point. also the outer taxiway as it is called. After start we didn't do that. Ground crew clearance has been seen, anti-ice is going to be off, flaps config 2, APU is on, yellow elite pump is off, ECAM status page is checked. Oh, oopsie. Cool, so the before takeoff stuff, before takeoff checklist, so what was it, the inner taxiway we were meant to be on? No, it's the outer taxiway we want, which is the next one. Can we do this? On the charts it says I can, so I'm gonna do it. Right, so before takeoff, checklist, flight controls have been checked, TCAS is already set to TAR, load sheet has been acknowledged, trim, that's an important one. So it's down 0.6. Go with that. So down, so trim down 0.6% and 0 on the rudder. Departure brief, I'm just going to fly to 101. Takeoff date has been checked. Flaps config 2. Cabin report, we'll get that from, we'll pretend we've got that from Norman, but we'll probably get it from him in a minute. So cabin report black and ECAM memo. Takeoff no blue. Takeoff config normal, takeoff config no blue. Or takeoff no blue, whatever it's called. However you want to call it. So just entering the runway stuff next. I believe when I came to Geneva we parked here somewhere. Maybe not here, but I think I know it was here maybe, I can't exactly remember. It wasn't on the actual main terminal though, or one of the satellite terminals, I know that for sure. It was a remote stand we were on. Maybe down there, or over there, where that satellite terminal was. Maybe, oh no, it was across from the satellite terminal, so yeah, it was over there basically. A remote stand over there somewhere. Right, so entering runway ahead, runway 0405. Takeoff runway 0405, what we want to call it. Cabin crew signal has been given, packs are on, strobes on, landing lights on, nose light can go to takeoff, and our runway turn-offs can stay on as well. Nothing's on our left, nothing is on our right. Oh, looks like the taxi lights are a bit, or sorry, runway lights are a bit broken. Right, cabin's ready, perfect. Let's get going. Geneva, sorry, Brussels, here we come. So 50%, we'll start the chrono, we'll go nose down. Nose tele can come off. Oh, it's doing an autosave right as we're taking off? No! Really? Flex 59, nice rest runway, auto thrust display. There's 80, we'll bring it back to neutral by 100. Let's try and keep it in that centre line. V1, rotate. Pause the rig, gear up, nav. Oh, what have we done? No. That's what I wanted to do. Right, we'll bring flaps up now to 1 plus F. And we can bring flaps up fully now since that's our slat speed. Right, lever climb. First climb, climb nav. Alright, we'll pop the autopilot in. Autopilot 1 in. Primary turn-offs can come off. Landing lights will retract and nose light can come off as well. Master switch can come off. We'll disarm the ground spoilers. And that is everything. We'll reset our MCP out to flight level 340. There we go. Perfect. And that's us now on our way to Brussels.
If you have any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you.
Ah, that looks brilliant. Right, I'm going to use some cinematic shots because this does look really good. So yeah, I will see you guys in the descent into Brussels. Hey folks, and welcome back. That's us in the descent now into Brussels. As you can see, the plane is not speeding up. I have no idea why. I mean, doing that doesn't seem to do anything, so that's a bit concerning. But it's okay. Right, so we're going to go ahead and go pop the seatbelt signs on. I've already popped the performance stuff in. So we've got QNH 1012. Let's actually double check that the weather hasn't updated since then. So QNH still 1012, temperature still 8 degrees with a dew point of 6, and winds are still 180 at 14 knots, or 180 at 14 knots. So that's nothing much we can really do at the moment. I'm going to go and start the APU because I believe, like I said, we'll do EasyJet ops, and I believe EasyJet have their APU running, and not the APU bleed on, just have it on in case they have to use the APU bleed in case of an emergency. Which is, you know, what we will do. Having a look at where we want to get off as well. So let's get Brussels up. Cool. So the Battery 5 Alpha arrival. Here we go. So come in here, max 250 knots, and then at flow we'll make that kind of left turn round. We've got the ILS approach chart there, and having a look at the airport chart. So we're landing 25 left, and I'm aiming to get off at, well, can we get off at Charlie 5? well, we kind of want to get off Charlie 4, Charlie 5, so hopefully we can get off there. And then what we'll do is, if we get off at Charlie 5, or you know, Charlie 4, we just want to get onto that outer section, and then we're going to head on the outer section. Well, sorry, I should get into the inner section. We'll go along the inner, then go left here onto Mike, and then we'll make another left here on inner 3, which is, I have no idea what that taxiway is. Just the inner taxiway, and then we'll taxi all the way down to these parking stands here, and I believe it's 134 we're going to park on today for the arrival. So we'll have no SO jetways. I mean, there's SO jetways, but they just won't be. We won't be using any for our landing. So because I want to get off kind of fairly, you know, quickly off the runway, we'll take auto brake medium. I reckon if we go auto brake medium and full reverse, we'll get off at Charlie 4. Right, so 8,000 feet, so we can go ahead and turn our runway turn-offs, landing lights, and our nose. Runway turn-offs, landing lights on, and our nose light to take off. So they got APU is available. So we are 30 miles from the airport. Where's our decel point? Ah, this is our decel point here. We'll zoom in too on this one as well, which is fine. So we're going down to 3,000 feet. We can't descend up below 7,000 here, so we should hopefully cross 7,000 at this point, which it looks like we will do. I was going to do something else there. Yeah, we need to do the checklist stuff. Oh, I forgot to do the... I always forget to do the after takeoff claim checklist, so it's just landing gear up, which is checked, ECAM, which is fine, and then the battery ref, which was set standard. Cool, so approach checklist, ECAM status is normal, is checked. Approach brief, we are doing the B5 Alpha arrival onto the ILS Yankee for runway 25 left. The minima is set to 50 feet, and the approach phase is now active, so we're going to take 220 on the speed. So approach phase is active, and the QNH we cannot set yet. We'll take flap 1 as well just now. And that's us now descending through the cloud. Lovely straight line, it's totally what you would see in real life. Okay. Oh, bit of lag. We're going to get an autosave in 3 minutes, roughly, I think. So hopefully we'll get the autosave before we take the autopilot out, because it'll be frustrating if we don't. What I might do is, if that's 20 to, how many miles out is CF to, let me have a look on the chart. So there's flow, so 14 miles out. I'm kind of tempted to take heading here, just in, you know, so we can catch that localizer rather than turning and then turning again. Actually, we'll wait till we turn here, then I'll take heading. Get 18 miles to run, that's fine. I'm going to arm lock just now, so when we come around we should grab the localizer. You know what, actually, let's pull heading just now. And then hopefully what will happen as we'll come round here, but no standard, so it's 1012. Let me just quickly set that. mistakes as well. I need to set these up to synchronize, but I can't remember where to find it again. There you go. That's what I said. Extend the heading, just pull heading, and we'll get lock star quicker. So lock star, we'll arrest that descent rate up to 500 feet per minute, just so we can grab that glide slope. We'll pop approach in and pop autopilot 2 in. $15 miles to run. I'm going to wait till I get that glide slope before I do anything. So once I get that glide slope, I'm going to bring the speed back to, there's lock, I'm going to bring the speed back to 160.
For landing, please.
Yeah, visibility is 5,000 meters. I was going to say it's the visibility not good, so actually we'll go with
Hi, Norman. Yep, that's the cabin secure for landing. See in the ground, 5.
do you know what, we'll go with Cat 2 London. So let me change that, so let me clear the 50 feet and we'll go with 113 on the barrel. That's not correct. Sorry, my bad, it's 250. Oh, it's doing the autosave. 250 on the barrel, there we go. Just going to hold 3,000 there for us. Our go around altitude is to 4,000, so we'll set 4,000 in a second here. I'm actually going to take 160 just now. Where's glide slope star? Our glide slope, we'll set 4,000. I'm going to take flap 2 and then I'm going to go gear down. Nice glide slope. So I'm going to zoom in here to 10 miles and we'll keep that. Actually, we'll pop that 10 as well. Radio altimeter is alive. We'll go. We'll go flap to speed check. Gear down. Oh, and the auto brake's turned off. Weird. Bar F set to 1012 on both. Cabin report, so landing checklist, cabin report, white, we got that from Norman. Auto brake has once, oh, now it goes back on, auto brake medium, and then it's ECAM memo stuff we got next to do. Alright, we'll take flap 3 now, speed check. There you go, runway in sight. And then we'll take 160 until 4, and then we'll go manage speed. Manage speed, we'll go flap fill now. Flap fill speed check. Perfect, out to marker. Landing checklist, ECAM memo, landing. ECAM memo, landing, no blue, landing checklist completed. Runway is in sight, so my aircraft. Take the flight directors off as well on both sides, and let's get this thing on the ground. So we've got a wind coming in from the left there, fairly strong wind actually, 14 knots, so we're going to need to connect control that as we come down. We're going to need to straighten the nose out as we come into land. That should hopefully not be too much of an issue.
500.
So this should be, this is JustSim Brussels we're landing into. Hopefully, I checked the scenery before this flight, and the scenery looks good, so hopefully it still is working perfectly.
300.
Let's get that nose down. Oh, I'm battling these winds a lot right now.
200.
The runway's wet. Hello? That's
100
fine.
above. 100. 50. Minimum.
Continue.
10. 5.
Okay, spoilers. Versus our green decel. Let's get back on that center line just now. Oh my goodness. That center line is shocking. That big. What is going on? There's 78, we'll go manual braking. I'll idle the reverse. Go nose wheel. I really wish the FSLabs braking would work much better than it actually does. It's actually crap. These frames, holy cow, man. Why is it taxiing like this? I have no idea. You did not see that high speed exit. We should have got off the next one, but I didn't want to wait. Right, landing lights come off. Nose light taxi strobe off. We'll go ahead and pop AP bleed on. We'll bring the flaps back up. Disarm the ground spoilers. The runway shouldn't be wet. I don't know why it's saying it's wet. There's another runway here. Oh, it is as well. Let's quickly pop our strobes on. I don't know why the frames are so bad. That's really interesting. When I loaded in here before the flight, the frames aren't that bad. Weird. Right, we'll pop LS off. We'll stop our clock. That center line wasn't very good. I managed to bring it out, but yeah, I need to work on that center line. Right. We'll come around to the right here. Oh no, it is raining. Okay, that's fine. And I was a bit worried there. I thought for a second that the scenery was broken. Right, so we're following this outer taxiway. It's a very long taxi. What I might do is I might just fast forward it because it is that long. Oh, strobes are still on. Let's go ahead and turn them off. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward the taxi just now, and then once we get round to near enough the stand, I'll come back. Okay, so this is us now coming up to stand 134, where this, I don't think this aircraft parked. I don't know if this flight parked here because there's multiple EasyJet flights. Well, not multiple. There's a couple of EasyJet flights that go from Geneva to Brussels, and one of them parked on this stand. So we'll go and park at that stand. Now I know it says it's raining and you can't really see rain, but with trueSKY on, rain is very difficult to see. It's so faint. Right, here's 134 here. Let's slow down plane. Right, when we turn off can come off. Nose light can also come off. or runway turnoffs, sorry, come off with the nose light as well, can come off. We'll bring it around here. Oh, let's not overdo that. I feel like we're a wee bit squinty, but it's okay. We'll let it roll forward a wee bit and we'll pop the parking brake on. Okay, APU bleed is on, good, so we'll go ahead. Engines 2 and 1 can come off, we'll stop the clock, hour 18 minutes. We'll go to the overhead panel, fuel pumps can come off. Seatbelt signs, beacon off. Transponder we can set to standby. And we'll request deboarding. Oh. Perfect. The GPU has been requested, so we'll hear that in a minute with the knock knock. After landing, checklist I forgot to do. Exterior lights have been set, flat 0, ground spoilers are disarmed. Yep, APU is started, reader protected windshields off, TCAS is standby, parking checklist, park brake on, engines are off, slice disarm, beacon off, seatbelt signs off, fuel pumps off, and ATC we can pop on to 2000/standby, which it is. Where is that GPU? External controls, GPU will just connect. AP bleed off, master switch off, and we'll go ahead now and turn our IRSs off. Signs can come off, emergency exit lights can come off, strobe and nav lights can also come off. So ADIRS is off, external power on, signs off, emergency exit light off, and that is us, ladies and gentlemen, on the ground at Brussels with a landing rate of 182 feet per minute. Well, there you have it, folks. That's us now, like I said, on the ground at Brussels. Hope you did enjoy this video. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure you to leave a comment, like and subscribe. And yeah, if you have any flight suggestions or any ideas for future videos, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'll get around to looking at them. But I hope you enjoyed this P3D version 5 full flight video. Stay safe, guys.